What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be breaking down and analyzing the brand new trailer that Bungie just released, showcasing gameplay of new exotic weapons and armor coming to Destiny 2 within Lightfall. And guys, this gear is crazier than you can possibly imagine, and so let's get started. But just before we do, hello, is this the Manscaped CEO? Listen, this is Rick Kakis. I run a Destiny 2 channel. No, Destiny 2 isn't dead. Now listen, I love your products, but you guys need to make something for beards. I look like I've been found in the wilderness after several months, like my beard is out of control. Please, get it done. Whew, they actually did it. Introducing the new Manscaped Beard Hedger. And why not get the Beard Hedger Pro Kit? Comes with the trimmer, traveling case, beard oil, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard balm, and if you click the link, you're gonna get 3 free gifts. The beard comb, beard brush, and beard shears, beard. It's everything beard in one place, guys. Click that link in the description down below. 3 free gifts, and you get 20% off your purchase, and you get free international shipping. Walk around like a Greek lumberjack god of some sorts, the manliest manly man to ever man. Click the link and check out the new Manscaped Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Alright, now the first weapon shown off here is the final warning with the description charged tracking rounds. And we can see that via gameplay that the player is shooting these 4 goblins here and the bullets are kind of dividing themselves between these 4 enemies and hitting them. So very similar to the Osteostriga but in sidearm form. Quite interesting. Now, moving on from there, guys, the next thing we see is the deterministic Chaos Exotic Machine Gun, with the description being rhythmic debuffs. Now, it then goes on to show some gameplay. Obviously, you're shooting all these enemies here, and it says the 4th shot weakens enemies. And after that, the gameplay continues, and then it says the 16th shot makes enemies volatile. So that is so darn interesting. Is it every 4 shots you weaken enemies, or is it just the 4th shot, the beginning 4th shot of the magazine, and then the beginning 16th shot? I don't exactly know. However, just imagine that against a singular target. Almost immediately within the magazine dump, you're weakening that enemy, so they're going to take more damage for the rest of your large machine gun magazine, and then, later on you're making them volatile, so they're taking potentially even more damage. Like, that is actually pretty spicy if you think about it. Now, moving on from there, guys, the next weapon that is shown off here is actually, well, not a weapon. It is our first look at some exotic armor. The, what does Bungie do this to me? Serachian's Facade grapple gives woven mail. Very interesting. So you'll actually see this hunter utilize that Strand grapple hook up to this ledge of the very well-known PvP map that's currently in the game. Then you're going to see them go in for the headshot, they get hit, and then the description comes up, flinch resistance from woven mail. So that means like every time you grapple, you get this woven mail effect, and actually we'll see the hunter use the grappling hook and then they stay like that glowing green. We can see them here in third person, they have that glowing green. That's obviously woven mail, and because they're referring to this as a name, they're not just saying, oh, it gives you flinch resistance, they're saying it gives you woven mail, which gives you flinch resistance. That means woven mail is going to be an aspect of Strand. Potentially multiple classes can do things within their Strand subclasses to give them woven mail and get this extra protection. But of course, that means, as you can see, he's able to reduce the flinch and land that headshot in PvP. Alright guys, moving on from there. The next thing we see here is a Titan, and this guy has another exotic armor piece, the Abeyant Leap, saying barricade spawns additional lashes. So obviously, this means that the original Titan Barricade for Strand spawns these Strand Lashes, as it refers to, but now we can see 3 going out in different directions. Likely the base version is just going to have the one middle one, and it seems to not only hit these enemies, but also kind of trap them, akin to freezing them with stasis. You've completely disabled those enemies' abilities to attack you back, and they're defenseless as you pick them away with our next showcase case here, the Quicksilver Storm, which says grenades create tangles on targets, but specifically, we actually see that this is the catalyst for this exotic weapon. You can play with the Quicksilver Storm in the game right now. It's an instant unlock pre-order bonus for Lightfall, but we don't have access to the catalyst yet. In Lightfall, this is what it's going to do. So if you get those grenade kills, as you can see, it's actually going to add a strand effect. So this is going to, and this is absolutely crazy, make this strand ball that this guy actually picks up and then throws at an enemy. So that is what a strand tangle is. And again, similar to things like the woven armor, the lashes, I would imagine that this strand tangle comes up multiple times because it is referred to as such. So this exotic catalyst can create these objects, but potentially you have aspects and subclasses and other stuff and potentially weapon perks on other weapons that can create more of these things, and they're somewhat similar to diamond lances for the Titan available within Stasis. Moving on from there, guys, we have another exotic armor piece, the Swarmers, which say destroying tangles spawns threadlings. So you destroy those tangles we just talked about, then you're going to get these additional objects that will actually, as you can see, fall to the ground and then track towards enemies, jump, and explode on them. So let me get this straight. You're using your Quicksilver Storm with the catalyst, you get a grenade kill, you spawn that tangle, you shoot it, and then it's basically going to spawn like colony projectiles to go and seek out and hit enemies. That seems nuts. But after that, we're looking at another exotic weapon here, the Winterbite Exotic Glaive, with the description being freeze enemies with frost orbs. And you see actually 3 Guardians all using this exotic against a bunch of Cabal. They shoot these orbs and oh my goodness, you see these orbs kind of slowly floating forward, and as they're floating forward, you can actually see them shooting the enemies themselves. Honestly, like a Warlock charged stasis grenade, and then they're actually going to impact these enemies and cause a mass freeze effect. So, like, you can shoot them from afar, they will act like a stasis turret as they move forward, and then still explode on impact for more freeze potential. That seems really nutty. This seems like an incredibly efficient way to freeze enemies. Now, obviously, how are you actually going to spawn these orbs? Is it going to be like the other exotic glaives where you have to fill up the bar entirely? If it is, it might not actually be that effective because we've kind of learned with those exotic glaives that it's actually a tall order to fill up that bar constantly to use these special abilities, but this certainly looks like the most powerful of these exotic glaive special abilities that we've ever seen. Like, just the freeze potential is nuts. After that, guys, we see a little bit more gameplay with some more weaponry here, but it's things like the Quicksilver Storm, the machine gun stuff we saw earlier in the trailer. We see a hunter jump up and throw that tangle, we now know the name, at this tank here, and the trailer ends. Wow, so pretty crazy overall, especially the incorporation, guys, of those strand abilities and keywords into these exotic weapons and armor pieces, because, wow, they have some crazy effects. And remember, guys, stuff like, tangles, these are likely to have synergy within the strand subclasses themselves. Fragments that maybe boost your grenade recharge or whatever when you utilize a tangle or pick it up or throw it or etc. Just like we've seen with, Weaken, with Void, with Freeze and Stasis, with Jolt and Arc and all of that stuff. So this looks very, very interesting, guys. That is it for the video. Hope you enjoy and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.